Hello, fellow collectors. Frank M. TTM here. It's been a while since I've spoke to you on these TTM success videos, but I'm back here with another TTM success. I have 5 to share today. 5 TTM. TTM stands for Through the Mail. These are Through the Mail autograph successes, and this is a special episode. All 5 of these are responses from the Tony Black's Brandon Wins contest. So all these are returns for that contest. So 5 so far in that contest. If so, you didn't watch that you didn't hear about that contest in a previous video, I opened up a pack of 1991 NFL Pacific cards. Tony had sent them out to different people who participated in the contest, and your goal was to, from that pack, to send the TTMs out to those players. And I sent a bunch out. I have 5 back so far. So let's get ready at it here. Hope you're having a good week. First in the box here, we have a 1-for-1. This took 10 quick days. No fiat. This is out of Nova, wherever that is. I don't think that's Nova Scotia, because that's an American stamp, but Nova. North Virginia, maybe that means. Tell me in your comments. I don't know what that Nova is. We have Mr. Ken Harvey. Looking nice there. Oh, that looks sweet. And the black ink, number 56. And he did answer a few questions, which I'll get to in a moment. This is Kenneth Ray Harvey. He was born on May 6, 1965 in Austin, Texas. Mr. Harvey went to high school at Linear High School in Austin. He was a 6'3", 230-pound linebacker that played 11 seasons in the NFL, 88 to 98 with the Phoenix Cardinals, 6 of those seasons, and 5 of them, final 5 with the team that's now referred to as the Washington football team. He was the 8th overall pick in the 1988 NFL draft by the Cardinals out of the University of California, Berkeley. Harvey was a 4-time Pro Bowl selection from 94 to 97. During his career, he played in 164 games with 828 tackles, 89 quarterback sacks, 11 fumble recoveries, 1 interception, and 1 safety. Post-NFL, Harvey has done sports writing for the Washington Post and has written several children's books. So there's return number 1, the Tony Black's Brandon Wins contest. You might have to call this Frank Wins contest. This continues. Mr. Harvey did answer a few questions, which I love, and I asked him who his favorite teammates. His teammates were Anthony Bell of the Cardinals and Terry Crews of Washington. Toughest play you tackled, the great running back Barry Sanders. Any advice for young players? Have fun while you are doing it. Good advice. Thank you so much, Mr. Harvey. I do appreciate it quite a bit. Next in the box, we have a 1-for-1 and 10 days as well. No fee out of Brockton, Massachusetts. Locally here, we have Mr. Ronnie Lippett. And he answered some questions I'll get to in a moment. This is Ronald Leon Lippett. He was born on December 10th, 1960 in Melbourne, Florida. He went to Sebring High School in Sebring, Florida. Lippett was a 5'11", 180-pound cornerback that played 8 seasons in the NFL, all with New England Patriots, my New England team. He was initially selected by the Patriots in the 8th round of the 1983 draft out of the University of Miami. And a little tidbit about specifically for Tony Black. I know you're not going to like this, Tony, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Ronnie Lippett was named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week in 1986 as he intercepted your man Dan Marino twice in a 34-7 Patriots rout of the Miami Dolphins at Sullivan Stadium. It occurred on October 5th, 1986. Apparently, Lippett hated the Dolphins ever since an incident when he visited a Dolphins training as a university student. I don't know much more about that story and what happened, but he was not a big Miami Dolphins fan and did pretty darn good against Mr. Dan Marino of 24 career interceptions, 7 of them were picked off Dan Marino 7 times. Sorry, Tony Black, I need to share the details here. I need to just tell you the facts. For his career, Ronnie started in 111 of his 122 regular season games for the Patriots and started in 4 playoff games, including the postseason. He had 26 interceptions, and he had 2 touchdowns, 8 fumble recoveries, and 1 sack. Thank you, Mr. Lippett. And wanted Mr. Lippett to answer some questions here, which I appreciate very much. And I asked, who was your favorite teammate or teammate? My favorite teammate, Fred Marion. That was the Patriots. Arian Gibson, Rod McSwan. I don't know what that says there. Johnny Arvin Flyer. Man, a lot of different guys there. You could read the rest there. Toughest player you tackled, the great Herschel Walker and Bo Jackson. You know Bo. Any advice for young players? Grades first, where you can play the sport you love. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Play hard, giving it 100%. And he went on to continue. Listen up, kids here. Listen up. I hope my son's watching this. Listen to your parents, and when they ask you to do something, get up and do it first. Respect yourself and others. Give God the glory. Love it, RL. Love it. Some great advice there, Mr. Lippett, and I love that signature there with number 42. Thank you so much. We also have another 1-for-1 in also 10 days. All 3 of these so far are 1-for-1 in 10 days. At Cedar Rapper, Iowa. And we have Mr. Get out of there. Didn't answer questions. That's okay. We have Mr. Marv Cook on this 92 Pro set. So the card that Tony kindly included in the outside of the pack that he sent. This is Marvin Eugene Cook. He was born on February 24th, 1966 in West Branch, Iowa. He attended West Branch High School. Cook was a 6'4", 234-pound tight end that played 7 seasons, 89 to 95, in the NFL with the New England Patriots for 5 of those seasons, then rounded off his career with 1 season with the Chicago Bears and 1 season with the St. Louis Rams. The Patriots initially selected him in the 3rd round of the 1989 NFL draft out of the University of Iowa. He was a 2-time Pro Bowl selection when a member of the Patriots in 91 and 92. In 91, Cook was 4th in NFL in receptions with 83. His 210 receptions at Patriot put him 3rd in team history for tight ends, behind the great Rob Gronkowski and Ben Coates. For his career, in 122 games, Cook had 257 receptions, 2,190 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And after his career from 2007 to 2021, Cook was a head coach at Regina High School in Iowa City, where he won 7 straight titles between 2010 and 2016, as well as a state record 56-game winning streak from 2010 to 2013. Looking nice there, Mr. Marv Cook. Sweet. Next in the box, we have a 1-for-1, and this is in 11 days. No fee out of Atlanta Metro. We have Mr. Kevin Butler. And this is Kevin Gregory Butler. He was born on July 24th, 1962 in Savannah, Georgia. He attended Redham High School in Stone Mountain, Georgia, where he played both football and soccer. Butler was a 6-foot, 215-pound place kicker who played 13 seasons, 85 to 97 in NFL, 11 of those seasons with the Chicago Bears, and his final 2 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals. He was a fourth round pick by the Bears in the 1985 NFL Draft out of the University of Georgia. He was part of the 1985 Chicago Bears team that won Super Bowl 20. To me, because they beat my Patriots. Anyways, they had a great team. And so the story goes, apparently Mr. Butler called his fiancée from training camp in Platteville, Wisconsin, explained that going to have to change the date of the wedding because we're going to the Super Bowl and it's on January 26th. So I guess his wedding day was the 26th. Why would you choose a wedding date in late January or early February? I don't know. But if you're an NFL player, but hey, I don't know if they were expecting the Bears to go that far, but they changed that date and they got married, and he ended up playing 184 career games with 265 of 361 field goals made. That's 73%. And given him, he was the sixth most in NFL history among kickers for points, total points, which was 12,008. He was the first kicker to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. As I said earlier, he played at the University of Georgia. Thank you so much, Mr. Butler. Do appreciate it. Success number 4. Last but certainly not least, we have a 1-for-1 in 12 days. No fee out of Spokane, Washington, who did answer a few questions. We'll get to in a moment. We have Mr. Ruben Maze with the biblical inscription. I think that's Romans 3:2, if I'm not mistaken, or Psalm. I don't know. It might be Psalm 3:2, and it's number 36. I'll look that one up. Psalm 3:2. This is Ruben A. Maze. He was born on June 6, 1963 at North Battleford, Saskatchewan, Canada. He's Canadian. He was first claimed as a running back at North Battleford Comprehensive High School in North Battlefield, Saskatchewan. In 1980, Maze led the NBCHS Vikings to an undefeated season in the SAA 3A Provincial Football Championship. In the NFL, Maze was a 5'11", 201-pound running back that played 6 seasons, from 86 through 93. The New Orleans Saints 4 seasons, and the Seattle Seahawks 2 seasons, 92 and 93. And he was injured in one of those seasons, and he retired and came back in the 92 season to play for the Seahawks. He was first drafted by the New Orleans Saints in the 3rd round of the 1986 draft out of Washington State University, where his contributions at Washington State later earned him the induction to the College Football Hall of Fame. In his rookie season of 1986, Maze won the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year award from the Associated Press, and although his NFL career was hampered and shortened by injuries, he was named to the Pro Bowl twice. In all, in 76 NFL games, he rushed for 3,484 yards, included his only 1,000-plus yard season his rookie year with 1,353, and he averaged 4 yards per carry, and he had 23 rushing touchdowns. Thank you so much, Mr. Maze. And he did answer a few questions. Favorite teammate or teammates? We have Bobby Herbert. Toughest defender you had success against? Lawrence Taylor, the great Hall of Fame defenseman. Any advice for young players? Work hard, know yourself. Balance, I think that says. Embrace balance. Have a bold vision. Care for people. Very nice. Thank you so much, Mr. Maze. There we have it, folks. 5 TTM successes for the Tony Blacks Brandon wins contest. Got some more out there in the mail. I sent out most of them. A couple of them were deceased. I think 2 of them I couldn't quite make out any plays to send to, but I sent at least 13 of them out. I've got, I think, 13 or 14 of them out. I got back 5 so far. And hoping to call this the Frank Wins contest, but I won't get too cocky yet. It's very early on. We have a few months before we tell the results, and I will enter these into Mr. Black's database there. So anyways, thank you for joining me. Have a good one. Take care. God bless. Peace. You ready for some football?
I have a lot of respect for them. I've played them many times, and they've played us tough and beaten us many times. So we have to go out and play hard and not make mistakes against them. The thing that's unique about their secondary is they have veteran people that have been around a long time. You have to really look out for all of them. And I think Ronnie Lippett is an excellent player. This guy reacts to the ball very well, and he's a big play guy. He'll take chances sometimes, but more often than not, when he takes a chance, he makes a play. So that's a guy you have to look out for.